Let's begin with this. Who is your underdog story here? Who's getting out of the group and nobody thought about it? When you think about all these groups, they're pretty evenly placed aside from Victoria Pleasant. But think about a team within these groups that you think they're getting out of the group and they're getting into the knockout stages. James Bench.
I know we've just been talking about them. Yeah, I'm gonna say Benfica. I think they're. I think they're probably they shouldn't be an underdog story, and maybe it kind of reflects the fact that I kind of when I look at these groups, I do feel like there's either that like obvious top two, or but yeah, I think Benfica could give both teams a bloody mouth. I think they might even take some points off PSG.
I like it, Mike Lahoud.
I'm going to go sticking with Serie A, as we talked about before, Napoli. With the way they've started the season, Victor Osimhen, this guy looks poised and primed to thrive in the UEFA Champions League. It's his team, and they're a team that should be confident. They have players who are the focal points for their respective national teams. That's important because it's going to be a World Cup year, and that stuff matters. And at the same time, I can't not stick away from the fact that could we get a surprise out of Rangers? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, Ajax, Liverpool, Napoli, Rangers. If you're big on Napoli for your underdog and you're big on Rangers, that means that table completely switches. But it would be a very interesting storyline. You stole my one. I was going to say Napoli, but I think I'm gonna go with, you know what? I'm going to go with Celtic here. I think Real Madrid win that group, but Celtic can get out of that. I think they can definitely get out of that group. They have to rely on their home support. They have to rely on Celtic Park. But after that, I think they can do it. So, yes, I am sucking up to James Bench's grandmother.
Should be very impressed.
Yeah. By the way, one note about Napoli. Well said, Desnor, is there Keylor Navas could be on his way there to Napoli as well, and that would make them even more experienced.
Best goalkeeper in the Champions League the season before last in terms of post-shot expected goals.
Preach, my friend. Preach. All right, let's go to the next predictions. Let's go individual here. You mentioned Victor Osimhen. I'm pretty big on him, Mike Lahoud. But let's talk about your golden boot leader in the group stages.
Group stages. I can't help but think Harry Kane. Harry Kane, Spurs are in a very favorable group. Harry Kane and Tottenham, the Champions League could be where they get their offense back on track. I know week one in the Premier League, they look like world beaters in terms of in front of a goal. Last couple of games, grinding out results, grinding out a tie against Chelsea, maybe not thriving yet, but I think Harry Kane will welcome those opponents and get off the mark quickly.
All right, Frankfurt Sporting and Marseille in Tottenham's group. Harry Kane, James Bench, who's your pick?
Yeah, I mean, you have to do the same thing, don't you? You kind of look for the group with the one super hyper team. I don't know how you pick Spurs for that reason. One super team.
Because you're on the pod, I had to.
And some scrubs to go alongside them. Some willing. I mean, basically, you need someone that might score a hat-trick at like once and then score again, like in bunches. And for that reason, I'm going for the king of the Champions League right now, Karim Benzema.
Ooh, the dream.
The winner of the UEFA Player of the Year, Karim Benzema. Real Madrid have a reasonably favorable group, Leipzig, Shakhtar, and Celtic. That's not a bad shout.
It feels like a group where he gets like one every game, and then there's one game where he gets like three.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised none of you have mentioned Erling Haaland.
I was going to go that route.
It's set there, obviously facing his former team. That instantly means a hat-trick for him. Sevilla as well, without Jules Koundé, Diego Carlos, they're going to be vulnerable in the Champions League. Copenhagen as well. It's got to be Erling Haaland. That's my pick for the group stage. Golden boot. All right, Haaland against Sevilla should be tasty as well. Indeed, Des Norris. Let's do one more prediction here, or a few more, I guess. Well, let's do the big one. All right. Let's just for fun, just your early instinct. Who's winning this whole thing, James Bench?
City. I know it's boring, and I know I've just on the stream I was arguing with viewers. In the end, you kind of have to pick the team with the best players and the best system. And like I think City tick both boxes. You know, best system unless Pep messes it up, and best players as well.
I see your Manchester City, and I raise you Bayern Munich, Bayern Munich. I wish I had Arnold Schwarzenegger's voice that I could really just
Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich. No, I think Bayern.
I'm from the future.
They
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. Sorry.
I think,
now you've made Schwarzenegger. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
They'll be saying "get to the chopper" after they lift the trophy at the end of the season to get the heck out of Dodge and get back to Bavaria to celebrate. What I've loved about this team, they're prolific scoring goals under Lewandowski, and Thomas Muller. He just gets better as he gets older. Really, the linchpin in terms of dishing out dimes, but they've become so much more dynamic. Dynamism is what I think of in this team, and different players can come up with different goals. The goal scoring load is not on just one player's shoulders anymore, and I think Mane getting a player like that who's hungry, who thrives in the Champions League, mind you, in big games, I think he could be a difference maker late on in the competition for him.
Yeah, it's a really good shout, Bayern Munich. And Sadio Mane, of course, adds another thing. My only thing, though, is that because they're so used to just sleepwalking their way in Bundesliga, in the knockout stages, they then face like a real legit opponent, and then, which kind of contradicts my pick, which is PSG, because I think I pick him every season and I'm never right, but I'm going to go for it now. And it's only because of Galtier. I just believe in him as a manager that much more. That's my pick. All right, let's do something fun to end it all. Let's predict all the groups in rapid fire. So, Norris, I don't know if you have all the groups there on the screen, and we don't even have to have an explanation here, boys. What we're going to do is, I'll go Group A. Bench says his top two. Mike Lahoud says his top two. I say my top two. And then we move on. Yes, I can read that, Des. Thank you so much. All right, so let's do that. Let's go straight away. Group A, James Bench, first and second.
Liverpool, Napoli.
Mike Lahoud.
Liverpool, Ajax.
All right, I am going with Liverpool, Napoli as well. Group B, Mike Lahoud.
Atleti, FC Porto.
All right, James Bench.
Leverkusen, Atleti.
Wow.
What? And I know there's nothing to base the Leverkusen one on other than I like their players.
Yeah,
Patrick
I
Schick.
am going with Porto, Atleti. I think that's my pick. Group C, James Bench.
Yeah, Bayern, Inter.
Bayern, Inter. Mike Lahoud.
Bayern, Inter, no doubt about it.
Wow, this is amazing. I'm going to give Barcelona some love. I've been here for a whole month. I can't devalue this city. I think it's going to be Bayern Munich, Barcelona in that one. Group D, Mike Lahoud.
Tottenham and Marseille.
What was that?
I tried to do the Birmingham accent, and I get just
Birmingham
rinsed.
accent.
I tried to do just.
He did the Elijah Wood Green Street lecture. James Bench, what's your Group D?
Tottenham Sporting.
Tottenham Sporting. I am going with Tottenham Marseille. I gotta go for Marseille. It'll be amazing. Group E, James Bench.
Chelsea, Milan.
Mike.
Milan, Chelsea.
I am going with Chelsea, Milan as well. Group F, Mike Lahoud.
Real Madrid and Timo Werner and RB Leipzig. Hey, it's a good time to be Timo Werner coming back to RB Leipzig, and I think it's going to show.
Fair play, James Bench.
Real Madrid and the heart wants what it wants. Shakhtar Donetsk.
Wow, your grandmother has disowned you.
Yeah,
right
she's
now.
not happy.
I'm going with Real Madrid and Celtic. Group G, James Bench.
Man City, Dortmund, just.
Mike Lahoud.
I'm going to go Man City, Dortmund as well.
All right, and I'm also going to go Man City, Dortmund, so that's nice and easy. Group H, Mike Lahoud.
PSG, Benfica, ciao, Juve.
James Bench.
Yeah, much the same. PSG, Benfica.
Yep, that's me as well. So basically, our Serie A team is not talking to us at all after that. Definitely Christian Cooper. She will not talk to us.
She's going to be pissed.
Yeah, that's right. Well, that's it. That's our picks for the group stages. Listen, everybody, we did a live show before this. It's now the recap. We are done. But thank you so much for tuning in and listening and watching. We appreciate you.